What is going on, my fellow crypto enthusiasts? Hope you guys are having an incredible day. I'm your enthusiastic host, Justin, and I'm sitting across my beautiful wife, Chelsea, and I'm going to get into a mind-blowing video. I promise you it's going to be maybe a lot of you haven't heard about Nesara or Gesara or the financial reset of what's going on behind the scenes, but I'm going to give you guys some clues and nuggets so that you can draw your own conclusions, and let's get into it.
Thanks for watching my dad's channel, Crypto Media. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
First off, coming down hot from Forbes magazine, posted on April 26, Donald Trump's China nightmare is coming true for the US dollar. The US President Trump's power struggle with China was perhaps the defining feature of his presidency until this virus pandemic struck. The pandemic and subsequent lockdowns crashed global markets, pushing investors around the world toward the safety of the almighty dollar. But the US dollar's days as the world's reserve currency could be numbered, with some of the biggest ever changes to government-backed central bank currencies looming, and China leading the shift. Digital currencies would work just like regular coins and notes issued by central banks, but exist entirely online. Instead of printing or minting currency, the central banks would issue digital dollars via online accounts, similar to the commercial banking apps that have exploded in popularity in recent years. Now guys, I heard in the news today that China actually just launched their digital yen today. I don't know if that's confirmed. I won't confirm it till later today or tomorrow, but it sounds like it is confirmed, guys, and that is exciting. World leaders and regulators slapped Facebook's back down with their Libra update, guys. Some lawmakers have proposed to create the creation of digital dollars and so-called Fed accounts as part of the stimulus bill designed to offset the economic damage wrought from this virus-induced lockdown. Now, guys, there's a lot going on here. I want to talk about this. King Solomon XRP Owl posted, the US is going to borrow $3 trillion in the second quarter this year. They tell you digital assets are nonsense, but they borrow fake money out of thin air and use nationalistic rhetoric to further enslave the masses. Don't think of a second you're not a sheep. We all are, guys. The people at Costco wearing masks, in the States, they're proposing that, if you want to go to Costco, you have to wear a mask. All that wearing a mask does, it doesn't protect you from this virus, guys. It just makes sure that the elites and that the governments know, the police states know that you are a sheep and that you conform to the system of sheephood. So here's Esoteric XRP. I'm going to get a little bit passionate in this video, guys, but it's for your own good, guys. I care about you all. I care about my viewers, so let's just keep going here. Esoteric XRP. She has a great channel. Definitely check her out, guys, online on Twitter. Gold will level playing field. It will flatten the economic ecosystem so the big banks, small banks, fintechs can all compete. When POTUS, the president in the driver's seat, kills the Fed, prints fiat to infinity, and the debts are canceled as a result of hyperinflation, he'll announce the reset. Now, guys, we all talk about this financial reset, but what does the reset entail, and is there legalities? Has this been written into the books for years? And I'm going to explain to you guys today that it's been written in for a while, and we are only a little while away from this reset taking place, and it's called Nesara, guys. I'm going to get into what the Nesara is. So Bud Fox posted, 100% agree, Nesara retweet this XRP the standards. So there's a guy talking about this virus cover-up. I'm gonna have to bleep out the word that he says, but he's confirming it's a cover-up. I don't care if he's an authentic guy, but I want you to hear what he says because it is chilling and it is very interesting. Check this out.
Get into it. So I was sitting down on the bus and two ladies came in. They sat next to me, and the one was talking about how she's not worried at all about the coronavirus. I'm like, neither am I. I have no worries at all. And then she actually mentioned out loud, she's like, it's a cover-up. I'm like, wait a minute. That's a trigger word for me. So I'm like, this person knows something, right? So I get talking to her a little bit, and it turns out that she works for one of the largest banks in the world, JP Chase. And she confirmed to me that it is actually in large part a cover-up because she knows about what's going on with the markets. She knows the markets are being manipulated. She knows about Nesara. She knows that Trump is destroying the Federal Reserve as we speak. That's indisputable. And we are in a transitioning economy. She confirmed all of this to me. She told me they've already told us all of this. Now we're just waiting for it to play out. And that was a major confirmation from somebody who actually works on the inside. Complete stranger. I have no idea who she is. But I just thought it was really awesome that I ran into somebody like that. And I don't believe anything happens by coincidence.
I don't believe anything happens by coincidence, and I don't either, guys. So whether this lady did work for Goldman Sachs or whatever bank it was, guys, there must be some truth to this, guys, and I'm not basing this off of this. I'm going to slam you with some more info right away here. But here we go. We're going to get into it, though. So interesting thought from Esoteric XRP. Will China and Russia use the new XRP-based global financial system? I think they already agreed to it because, unlike SWIFT, it's a decentralized payment system, only on and off ramps, i.e. banks can deny you, not the system. ILP will be like using FTP, mail, or HTTP. So guys, you know that SWIFT is not it's a closed protocol. With XRP, it's open, it's decentralized, guys. There's no central control. You can't turn it off and on with one click. You know, it's got power to the people here, guys. So here she posted again, Esoteric XRP. Only half of XRP investors will win the game. Two types. Number one, pure left brain pragmatic, sees fault with everything. Biatches about everything. Impatient, any positive, hopium, weak hand equals loser. Realist, visionary, intuitive balance. Number two, stays laser focused on goal. Strong hand winner. Now don't we think, guys, that maybe, just maybe, Donald Trump is laser focused on a successful financial reset? So what if Trump announces Nesara and a new gold-backed treasury dollar, USDN, to replace the Fed's USD initially as a rate of 1-1? XRP as the global currency will be set to an initial price of $2,000 USDN. Now, what the heck is Nesara? Well, it's an acronym, guys, and this is a LinkedIn post from Sonia Zozula, published in 2015, saying, Nesara is the National Economic Security and Reformation Act. It was to be announced the morning of September 11th, 2001. Yes, this is true. Have I got your attention now? So the same day as the sky fell, in New York City, this is the day that it happened. So, fact. Your congressman knows about Nesara and your senators know about Nesara. Don't believe me? Please call or email them and see if they'll respond. I guarantee you they will not respond to you in any way. You will receive silence because just like me, just like you have for many years now, even with multiple written requests, I have yet to hear back from my delegates. Don't believe me? Try it. Please pick up the phone and call them. Ask if they are aware of Nesara and see if yourself. They will not confirm or deny it. Fact. William Jefferson Clinton signed Nesara into law on October 10th, 2000, and it was to be enacted the morning of September 11th, 2001. So why do the politicians that you elect to continue to hide from you? Yes, a gag order is in place, but it is a gag order that protects our politicians. It protects them from ever having to tell you the truth. Why? How? You ask. The fact is that most of your delegates are corrupt and will not have jobs once Nesara is announced/enacted. It is that simple indeed. Many will end up in jail when the public demands Nesara. So why in the world would they ever tell you? Nesara is being intentionally and fiercely hidden from you in every possible way. It is being buried, occluded, and hidden from your sight. This is why it is not on the mainstream news' narrative. Nesara returns this county to the original Constitution of the United States of America, not the corporate United States, but the one our founding fathers created, the original U.S. of A. U.S. of A. So guys, what does Nesara entail? What does it mean for Americans, and what does it globally mean for the world? Because as it trickles out, as this is announced in the States, guys, in the coming weeks and months, maybe even later this month, as Donald Trump announced it and throws the Trump card, of course he would have the opportunity to throw a Trump card, wouldn't he? Trump. Nesara implements the following changes and provides for the following. Zeroes out all credit card debt, mortgage, and bank debt to illegal banking and government activities that created and precipitated this debt. This is the Federal Reserve's worst nightmare, a jubilee or a forgiveness of debt. This is going to be something biblical because the jubilee is a 49-year biblical synopsis. Abolishing the income tax, number 2, abolishes the IRS. And did you guys know the IRS is actually a private organization in like the island somewhere in like the southern area. I think it's in like the Cayman Islands or something. That's where their office is. And the IRS will be transferred into the U.S. Treasury National Sales Tax Area. Creates a 14% flat rate tax, non-essential new items only sales tax reserve for the government. In other words, food and medicine will not be taxed, nor will use items such as old homes. Increases benefits to senior citizens, and I know we all want that for our families, don't we? Returns constitutional law, not maritime law, to all courts and legal matters, and reinstates the original title of nobility amended. This clause reads, so I'm going to let you read that for yourself. I'll leave this in the links, guys, in the comments. So it establishes a new presidential and congressional election within 120 days after Nesara's announcement. The interim government will cancel all national emergencies and return us back to constitutional-based law and legal system. So they'll monitor elections and prevent illegal election activities for special interest groups, which is great. Restores financial privacy. Retrains all judges and attorneys in constitutional law. We need that, don't we? Causes all aggressive U.S. government military actions worldwide to stop. Seizes it. Establishes a platform for the U.S. to lead the world towards peace. Releases enormous sums of money for a multitude of humanitarian purposes. And enacts 6,000 patents of suppressed technologies that are being withheld from the public under the guise of national security, including free energy, guys. Devices like anti-gravity and sonic healing machines will be dropped. So you can check out the following 15 points here. I'm only going to go to one point though, guys. And point number 15. So by 1971, every state government in the Union of States had formed such private corporate state in accord with the IMF admonition, and the people ceased to seat original jurisdiction government officials in their state government seats. Now, having seen these historical facts, many efforts to prove these facts for yourself. When you find there is no error, then remember these simple facts and let no one dissuade you from the truth. The bottom line is this: when you speak out about these private foreign corporations, remember that is what they are, and stop calling them government. So the United States of America, as we see it, guys, is a corporation that is owned by the banksters, guys. And we have to believe that. Your birth certificate is a banking note for the banksters, and they've loaned you out for their purposes, guys. All right, so I'm going to leave this out for you to check out. I'll leave this link in your comments. Anyways, we're going to keep going here. I don't need that one. So it's happening. Art Laffer, former Trump economic advisor, notes about a 12% flat sales tax. I'm going to crank up my volume and play this for you. Check it out.
And one on personal unadjusted gross income, we were able to match statically to all federal revenues with a tax rate of about 12% on each. So that's where you should go on taxes. What you want to make sure you do is collect your taxes in the least damaging fashion and spend the money in the most productive fashion. And then, Mark, when the damage done by the last dollar of taxes collected is less than the benefit done by the last money spent, you stop already. That's where the government limit is there. Anything above that is too much government. Anything below that is too little government. But you do it with a low rate, broad-based, flat tax to collect the revenues for the federal government.
This is interesting. So the CIA just tweeted this a little while ago. This is from Kevin Shipp. The CIA never shies away from a challenge, even when they seem otherworldly. Stay home and learn about CIA's investigations into the UFO. That's a totally oddball thing to say, but anyway. So, guys, maybe you can see now that things are starting to maybe make sense with this financial reset. It must have been in works for years, and this Nesara has been in the works since the early 1990s when the Farmers Union sued the U.S. government for a lot of money. So it's been in the works for a while, guys. I just want you guys to be aware that there is a plan, and whether you want to trust the plan or not, we have to put trust in something. I recommend putting your trust in God, not just XRP, not just Bitcoin or the next bull run, but put your trust in God, because we are living in crazy times, guys, and I can't help but that's really loud. I can't help but just, know that there's something going on, and there's a lot of good people in the world, guys, but there's also a lot of shady people. So we just have to be cautious. You have to stand your guard, stand your ground, and know that there are things that are happening that are out of our control, but we have a lot in our control as well. Guys, we can pray, we can put currency, we can convert fiat currency into digital assets and safeguard and hedge against inflation, hedge against uncertainty in the markets, guys. We can help each other who are in need, guys. We have so much we can do that's in our control. We just have to believe that Donald Trump and the white hats are at it again, and they are going to bring down this corrupt system, and they're going to enact Nesara, and they're going to change the world forever. And this will be likely the greatest story anyone has ever heard or ever told or will be told in the history of our lives. We're not in a movie, guys. We are in a reality that is so much crazier than a science fiction movie. Hollywood touts all these movies and stories, but we are living in the craziest story, and reality is 10 or 20,000 times more interesting and phenomenal than just watching a Hollywood movie. And that's what they've lied to us about, that movies are so interesting and special, but the reality is that we are special, and we are living in special times, and it's time to respond with the utmost of faith and courage that it's all happening and it's all coming to fulfillment in our lifetime. Mr. C, XRP community experts said, 2019, the financial reset is years away from happening. January 31st, 2020, no, it begins now. And February 24th, 2020, the collapse began. Since then, all I hear is crickets. Trust Baba Yaga, guys. I'm going to wrap it up there. It's been a longer video, but thanks for stopping by. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for your support. Thank you to the Bearable Bull who gave me strength and courage to post about Nesara, because I've been sitting on this content for a while, but I was nervous of what you would think of me, but I don't even care anymore, guys. We have to get this message out there to the world. We have to share what's really going on in this crazy, messed up adult world, and I'm excited to share and be a part in spreading truth and spreading hope to people who are broken, who are lost in this crazy, messed up adult world. So thanks for tuning in, guys. I believe in you. If you keep believing in me, like, comment, subscribe, delicately tap that notification bell, and I'll see you in the next one. God bless.
Thanks for watching my dad's channel, Crypto Media. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.